Welcome in. We are glad to have you. I'm Bill Michaels, and this is just an audio check. We're just making sure it works. Live from Radio Row here in Las Vegas. Grant Bills, there he is, hanging out. And what a day. What a day. We have rain in the desert, my friends. Rain in the desert, which doesn't happen very often, but we do have quite a bit of rain, as a matter of fact, all week long. So we're going to be, I guess, dealing with this in and out. But nevertheless, how you doing, Grant? How was our first night? How was it as far as hanging out here in Vegas?
Well, Clemens didn't snore too loud.
Yeah, my bad, because I thought I had a 3-bedroom house, and apparently I had just a 4-bedroom house, and apparently we have a 3.
No, that's fine. So I'm bunking up with Mike. That's been fun. To see a lot of these casinos for the first time has been really fun. Because I've never been to Vegas before,
Yeah.
So I'm trying to take it all in. Radio Row's cool. It's going to be really cool tomorrow when this place is packed and everyone's screaming gas cakes. I'll be right at home.
So we've got, obviously, and I can even show everybody that's kind of watching right now that just want to see it. Radio Row is not necessarily buzzing, but it is all set up and pretty much ready to go. And Las Vegas has so far been extremely hospitable. We had a great time last night.
Yeah, but one week residency here in Vegas for
Chicago Brewery or something like that. Chicago Brewing Company, but over on Fremont Street. For those that have not seen the video yet, or seen the pictures, go to facebook.com, instagram.com, and follow us via the show. And you can see us when it's Fremont Street and hung out for a little while. Mike Clemens suggested, and then Mike, you heard him ooh and ah. Tell me this right here. Is Mike longing for the 70s?
It's funny because I've seen Mike in person before, but never for extended periods of time. He's the same guy he is in real life.
Yeah.
He's got tell stories.
Right.
Years ago, he was telling stories when his dad took him to Vegas when they were real little and saw the show. He does long for the 70s. He misses Johnny Carson. He does.
I've always said if we ever do one back in LA, we might have to send off a note to what is that Oaklawn Cemetery, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Because he could go dig him up. Him and Bob Hope put them together, just stuff them, and they'll be good to go. So for those that are watching and those that are paying attention, this is kind of our test because we got set up. We've got a lot of cameras. I just realized we've got one thing we have to work out because the television station needs a 2-shot, and I never set up a 2-shot. So I've got to set up a 2-shot of a wide angle because these new cameras, by the way, are 4K. They're beautiful, and the picture that we're putting out right now is awesome. Like behind myself is it's Fox. So for those that are wondering, that back there is Fox, and they've got a setup. And then you look at what is behind Grant, and behind Grant is like down through the Radio Row area, and this place is huge. There's 340 tables. And radio stations and podcasters and TikTokers and all that kind of stuff set up. And then as I show you around the rest of the place, what you're looking at now is Pro Football Talk, and that is NBC, and then down there in that corner where the black curtains are, that's the Pat McAfee set. So that's what he has going on. Then the picture you're looking at now, and it's kind of funky because the color on that picture doesn't necessarily come in real well, but that is the DraftKings studio, and next to that is the Toyota Tundra studio. So Toyota's got a big setup here. Obviously, they're part of the halftime and all that stuff. Bounty Towels has a big setup down here for their wingman, which last year, remember, that was when Kevin Smith and his son came over and sat down, was representing Bounty Towels. So wanted to do that again this year. And then that picture, that is all FanDuel. Next to FanDuel, between Toyota and FanDuel, which is a little black slot off to the right, that is TikTok. TikTok is here, and then everything else you see off to the left, down there behind those pillars, is all Sirius XM radio. But everything that you see is all these tables. These are all radio stations, podcast stations, and such all throughout the world, really. I mean, that are here. And you see, as we check in, nationalities of all. Isn't it wild that now how it's grown? And how, is this your first time here?
Yeah, I've never been. I'm a little confused is the wrong word. I'm curious about the Toyota. So there's a truck over there. And
Yes.
my only experience with Toyota in a situation like this is the Tundra territory. So I'm wondering if we could hit it from here with a baseball Does that do we or hit it with anything? Do we win it? I'll drive it back. I can drive it back. You know, just give me one day off next week. I'll bring it back. But no, this is really cool. I think there's an Australian fellow over here. Right?
Yeah.
Cam Newton's network is. I mean, Cam Newton's gonna be right there.
Cam Newton's gonna be behind us. Yeah. Cam Newton's gonna be right behind us.
Wrestle him over that bag of Doritos and snack bin.
Right. Now here's the question, because everybody's gonna come over and they're gonna say they're getting a Cam on.
Yeah.
I am not.
This
I
is
never have.
this is tricky.
I've always talked about Cam being a substance. Please.
I wonder if you guys were doing something on the air.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Podcast
You want doing some podcast stuff, but that's
I
okay.
just wanted to check to make sure you didn't bring your own Wi-Fi.
No.
Okay.
No, that's all good.
Nope, we're all good. Good. We're getting checked out, making sure that we don't have our work.
We're just social.
Yeah, we just hanging out.
We just wear our
We're just hanging
headsets
out.
when we sit around and talk.
Making sure everybody's in a good, you know. So, they say the audio is echoing a little bit, so we'll have to figure out how to work. But nevertheless, it seems to be all good.
I think Clemens ran off to Caesar's Palace or somewhere like that.
Yeah, Mike is a scrounge. So this is what happened. So Mike, for those that don't know, years ago, Mike lost the use of his legs due to diabetes. And Mike then recouped. Don't get me wrong, Mike can walk around and do things, but he recouped. But Mike's still slow. Mike is not. Mike is at a different pace than the others. And so they always give Mike parking lessons, so he doesn't have to walk a million miles. And today, when we got here, they didn't have anything for Mike. So Mike, who knows everybody, went over to the NFL site, which is actually NFL is at Caesars. Yeah, so of course they are. So the NFL and all the dignitaries are at Caesars Palace. So Mike took an Uber over to Caesars. He's trying to get parking and such, and then that's the reason we didn't have Mike. Mike was going to say I want to see this too. Mike
He's going to find Roger Goodell's hotel room and go ask him personally.
I would assume so.
He's going to try. I don't know that he'll make it all the way, but that's not out of the realm of possible.
Yeah, so that's what Mike's going to do. That's the reason Mike is. The only sports we really have to talk about is Veg's got 2 losses this year, Nebraska and then Purdue. And the Purdue game, they hung. They hung the entire game.
It was a winnable game. They defended Zach Edey pretty well. He got racked up a bunch of fouls. That's the thing that annoys me about Zach Edey. You have players like that, and I mostly think in the NBA, Shaq or Giannis are so much bigger and so much stronger.
Right.
But then typically officials kind of give the defenders a little bit of leeway. Because if Giannis is going to bowl around,
right,
the defenders get a little bit of, but he gets a whistle like he's Trae Young, right? Where like the smallest little thing. So that was frustrating. But I don't know, Chucky didn't play good enough. They didn't hit any threes in the second half. That was a really winnable game. That's frustrating.
Sean says Newburgh, Wisconsin, checking in, and Ethan says it's not echoing there. So if you are on the stream and you're watching us, let me know, because it doesn't seem like we are echoing here in our heads. So I don't know where it would be echoing. We've got the sound off on the laptop. We've got sound off everywhere else. So that's the only thing I can possibly say is that maybe it's somewhere else. I don't know.
You turn this mic out. Well,
that mic's up. We'd be hearing ourselves.
Yeah, I was going to say we'd be hearing it if that was the issue.
So anyway, there you go. I don't know what else to tell you.
Sound checking.
Yeah.
I'm going to photo bomb Pro Football Talk over here right in front of the NBC booth with Wario and Sims do their show. I'm going to walk back and forth. So maybe I'll carry this banner back and forth. Get the shot.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Just kind of walk around. What was who's the guy? Bob Abdullah used to do it for Howard Stern show. And he'd grab mics and yell it out. And then who was it back years ago when they had all the casinos that had naked people running into Super Bowl and different soccer games, and they would have, what was it, Golden Nugget or whatever the hell it was, whatever the casino was, that they would do. So.
We were right in front of the Golden Nugget last night. I don't want to go. I got to do some sort of gambling in something. Not very much and not for very long, but I do want to dip my toe briefly into that water.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm not sure if it's Nico about the background noise. Wayne's audio is terrible. See, here's the thing, it sounds great here. I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds perfect here. So we'll take a listen to it. Sounds like the mic is not feeding the screen. Well, it would have to. Let's see. Here. Check there. See if it's now. Is that better? Is that better, guys? Girls? Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe it's better now. So it sounds like it should be better.
Ooh. I think you might have, whatever you just did, I think it might have fixed it. Let me see.
Did it just fix it better? That's what it was. There's two inputs. For those that don't know, there's two inputs. One's a pro and one's a default. And so anyway, there you go. Seems like it's all fixed. There we go.
Yeah.
We are our own roadies. This is the reason we do the pre-show.
This is why. Well, when my
there we go.
When my band in the past has played gigs, we do a little bit of a sound check. But I'll say after the first song, it's like, hey, if something needs to be louder, just give us a
let us know.
Help us out here a little bit.
If we suck swamp water, let us know.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
No problem, man.
That's
so
funny.
Everybody now says it's perfect. There we go. All right. Background noise is gone. Filter's gone. Check your sphincter, wash your ass, and all that kind of stuff. So there you have it. So, which means, let's see here. Hang on.
Some music.